Hey everybody, welcome to the Conscious Life Expo. We're here on Xpnsion Network, and I'm Casey Wallace, and we're at the Conscious Life Expo here in LA. And again, we have the extreme honor and pleasure of getting to know extraordinary practitioners and all of their beautiful, beautiful energy and what they are able to offer all of you on your conscious journey, leading you to your empowerment and letting go of all of your limited perceptions of yourself or your world. And we're here with an extraordinary guest today, and we'd like to introduce him to you. So please tell everybody who you are and what you do.
I'm Jerry Sargeant. I run a business, you can call it a business, called Star Magic Healing. And what we do is we travel the world and we train people to heal with this healing frequency, in a nutshell.
Wonderful. And how long have you been doing what you do?
So we started Star Magic 3 years ago. The healing gifts were kind of thrown into my space, as they are.
Right.
Several years before that, like 2008, 2009, wasn't something I planned on. I was a criminal, smuggling drugs and guns, and I was really happy doing that.
Wow, that's
so
awesome.
I've had a kind of a big U-turn in my life.
Wow.
And everything's turned around. But yeah, that was my life for many, many years. I was a drug addict, alcoholic as a kid, all that sort of stuff. Went off the rails.
And so do you think you were kind of running from who you were at that part of your life?
I'm not sure whether I was running. I was just lost. I was just completely lost. I was fostered and adopted as a kid, turned to drink and drugs at a young age, and I was just trying to find whatever it was that I was trying to find.
Wow.
I was seeking something. I didn't know what I was seeking, but I was never happy. I was just trying to find, I suppose, happiness or some pleasure in an ecstasy tablet at the bottom of a vodka bottle, or in some dance festival. Traveling up and down the country in England when I was young.
Wow.
But nothing really ever kind of hit the mark.
Wow. So like Brad, Brad got literally hit over the head in a car accident. And there's no way any of this stuff would be on his radar. No way. I mean, he would have looked at any aspect of spirituality, intuitive gifts and things like that, and really judged it, really shunned it. And yet, once having that unleashed, obviously, you could try to have a life of denying it and not recognizing it and still going on your merry old way, okay? And there's a real aspect of bravery when you start listening. And what in the hell is going to happen with your life at this point? How is your identity going to change? Who am I going to be? What was that like for you?
Well, I did my best not to listen. I did my best to try and do everything but listen to the voices and to the guidance and the signs from the universe, and I kept falling back into my old ways.
Okay.
But the universe just kept smacking me and smacking me. And until it brought me to my knees one day when I lost absolutely everything. My ex-wife, 2 kids that were about 2 and 4 years old at the time, maybe 1 and 3. We lost our house, business, money, everything out on the street. Wow. Like less than 50 quid to feed them. So, I was brought to my knees, and that was the best moment of my life. Now I look back on it. At the time I was like, what is going on? But when I look back on it, that is really kind of what made me look at things differently.
Well, we love this, number one, this truth that you are, but also the very realism that you are for everybody. People often believe that prophets, seers, energy facilitators, light workers, somehow, some way have always been blessed with this, or somehow it's a segue system that's seamless for everybody. And we love the representation that this is in everybody, okay? And when people are inspired by hearing real stories of finally listening to their authenticity and that transparency that comes through, we believe that it inspires everybody to find it within them, within their own selves. How has your life transformed itself?
In ways that are just so amazing, I've got no words for.
Right.
I mean, I used to do what I used to do, and the kind of people that I used to associate with, you know, if I were to speak to them now about, you know, getting taken up in spaceships and healing people and removing tumors and all these kind of things, they think I was absolutely bonkers, and I did for a while, because what I'm one of those people that once I get a sniff of something. Or like I'm like a dog with a bone. I'll chase it to the ends of the earth. I'll dig up every single bone in the pile and find what I need to find to get to the kind of the core of the knowledge that I'm seeking, even if I don't know what I'm really seeking. And the same things happen with this. You know, I was in a car crash in Romania back in 2006, and the taxi ran 3 ladies over. One of them came through the windscreen, smashed me in the face, got flipped over the car and died. Second lady had her ankles cut off, and the third lady was okay. When I got out of the car, I walked up the road. I didn't know what happened. Like the car came to a stop. My daughter was climbing out from underneath the driver's seat. The taxi driver looked petrified, and there was a hole in the windscreen. But I was asleep when it happened. But there's blood dripping down my face, but it wasn't my blood. So I've got out of the car, looked up the road, saw 2 ladies, one with her ankles cut off, the other one physically okay.
God.
And then further up the road was what looked like a dead body. And there was a man on a phone who'd come out from a nearby factory. So I thought, he must have called the emergency services. So I'm fixated on this body. I've got closer and closer and closer. And when I got within about 10 meters, I saw the lady's soul. And it was hovering over her body. And I'm shaking my head, saying, get out of my head, it's not really there, it's not really there. And then I got closer and closer, and the soul just kind of disappeared off into the ether. And the lady's legs were wrapped up over her head, and I looked down, and it was like someone had taken an old car to the scrap heap. But I didn't feel sad, I didn't feel anger, I didn't feel like the emotions that you'd think you'd feel. I remember looking up to the heavens and thinking, I need a whiskey and a cigarette. I need to celebrate. Like I've experienced firsthand what happens after death, and I remember just saying thank you.
Nice.
And then it was like 6 months after that, I went to a talk on 2012 on the end of the Mayan calendar, and the guy that was giving the talk turned into a reptilian in front of me. And this green lizard was there, and that was a bit freaky. And then at the same time, my wife had a headache, and I thought to myself, I can take it out of your head. I saw it was green, just grabbed it and pulled it out of her head, and all of these things just started happening until eventually it took me on this journey where star magic started.
Love it.
Yeah, so, you know, it's just been a crazy old journey, and every time I've tried to escape, there's just been a metal door. Nope, get back on the path. So in the end, I've like just surrendered.
Well,
you know?
there's so much more coming, right?
Yeah.
There's so much more coming. Well, I could already sit here and chat with you for an hour. I got to reel my own self in. Incredible energy, as you see. If you are in the LA area right now, you need to come and experience it. That being said, please tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Yeah, you can come and see us if you're here in Los Angeles this weekend at LAX, the Hilton Hotel, stand C405. We're doing private healings. I'm giving a talk tonight, Friday, 7 o'clock. A talk tomorrow, 11 in the morning. Another one tomorrow evening, a 90-minute lecture at 7 o'clock. Monday, I'm running an all-day training on Star Magic, showing people how to heal using our frequency. And you can also check out our website, starmagichealing.com. We've got loads of free stuff for you to engage in, and check it out, see what you think.
Thank you so much for being with us.
My pleasure.
Everybody, you have a super great, extraordinary day, and we'll be back with you soon.